G'day everybody, and thank you for tuning in. You're planning that trip to Disneyland. So you've basically knuckled down, you're kind of on you're getting an idea, you're getting excited. What you want to be doing at this point is giving yourself a little bit of an itinerary about your days and what you're looking at doing it. Are you going on rides? Are you going on to some of the attractions? Are you seeing some of the attractions? What are you looking at doing? Some of the shows. There is so much to do at Disneyland. It's unbelievable. And the first day this is one of the bits where Dallas and myself, we actually didn't plan our very first day at Disneyland. And when we walked in, I reckon for about the first half of the day, we just walked around because we were lost. And not just lost, we were overwhelmed. So try not to help you get past the overwhelming part of Disneyland because it's quite busy. It's a magical place and it just has this feeling when you walk into it. It's amazing. Just do a little bit of planning. Now, the other important thing is making sure you're booking your tickets in advance. So because the park has been selling out recently, you want to make sure that you're jumping on, and I used the Disneyland app itself, jumped online, made my reservations, and got my tickets for that day. And this is probably the biggest thing that you should be doing is do it online, do it on your mobile phone. Because when you do go to the park, it is just on your phone, on the app, and you just scroll across. And if there's multiple people in your group, so there was Dallas, myself, and also Willow. So we're able to scan, and then you're in the park. It was lightning quick. Now, if you are limited on time and you do go for the Genie Plus. So just remember there is Genie and there is Genie Plus. Genie is free, but it will not let you skip the lines at the park. Genie is just a thing, is like an itinerary, will help you build an itinerary for you. Don't use it, it is absolutely rubbish on the actual Disneyland app. But Genie Plus is basically what we call lightning lane. So this is where you'll be able to skip some of those lines, and not really skim, but you'll go into the fast lane. You'll be able to go down those queues a little bit quicker. Now, I will do more of a detailed video in regards to Genie Plus and how it works and to get the best out of it. But if you are limited on time and the rides and you're basically going to Disneyland for the rides, absolutely Genie Plus will be a must for you. Now, just be aware of that. There is some caveats. So if you are going on like Rise of the Resistance, or you are going on the Cars Land ride, those ones there you actually have to pay extra. So you've got you basically got Lightning Lane, and then you have to pay extra to get on the Lightning Lane.
A few minutes later.
Just also remember as well, not every single ride is part of the Lightning Lane, so you can't just skip every single ride.
5 minutes later.
Oh, this is another video. I'm going to go into that otherwise, but just have a look. You might want to do a little research on Genie Plus. Make sure you dress for the weather. One of the things we learned, we went in the winter time in Disneyland, and the mornings were freezing cold, the nighttime was freezing cold, and in the middle of the day, it was semi-warm. Now, we come from Adelaide in South Australia, which is very, very, very similar weather to what it is in Southern California. So it is a drier heat than most places. So it's not really humid. It's actually quite a dry heat. So for us, our family, we're actually quite used to that type of heat. So you want to dress, make sure you've got yourself a layered jacket if you're going in the winter time, and then you actually walk around, or you got a sleeve shirt or a long sleeve. The Spirit jerseys that they sell in Disneyland are absolutely fantastic for that colder weather. Then you can just slip that jacket over. Then when it gets a bit cold, when you get a bit warmer, you can take it off, roll up the sleeves. I found the Spirit jerseys absolutely fantastic. But when you go to Disneyland, you can take outside food. So snacks, if you're looking at saving some money, snacks, water. If you do take water into the park, you can actually get your bottle filled up. So make sure you're taking some bottled water to the park. Sunscreen, hand sanitizer. With sunscreen, if you are taking sunscreen, make sure you put sunscreen on 30 minutes beforehand. It takes about 30 minutes for sunscreen to actually work once you apply it to your skin. So make sure you do apply sunscreen and then reapply it. There's not I thought there was going to be a lot more shade in Disneyland than there actually was, and there was a lot more open spaces. And I did get sunburnt quite badly. Also, when I got sunburnt, we went back to the motel and I wasn't paying attention. I picked up the wrong bottle and I put and I thought it was moisturizer, put the moisturizer on. and I left it in, and my face was burning the next morning. It was like on fire. And it wasn't because I was super sunburnt. It was actually because what I did is I picked up my daughter's shampoo and I rubbed that in my face thinking that it was moisturizer, and man, did that hurt. Yeah, don't use shampoo as moisturizer. That is a hot tip. Make sure you do use moisturizer if you do get sunburn, or aloe vera. Make sure you're using a bit of that. But sunscreen. I didn't wear sunscreen. I regretted it the first day. Sunscreen. Apply that sunscreen. And we went in the winter time and I should have applied sunscreen. I thought, yeah, hey, we're from South Australia. We get nice hot sunny days. Just be aware. Make sure you are applying sunscreen, or if you are wearing makeup, you're wearing some sort of makeup that's got like an SPF 30, 50 plus, and make sure you do reapply that sunscreen. Once again, the Disneyland app, making sure that you are doing your dinner reservations through the app. Now, you can book 60 days in advance. So if you're looking at the Blue Bayou restaurant, making sure that you've got to be on that restaurant. We had one day and I went, oh, wait a second, I'll book this tomorrow and the next day. And this was 60 days in advance and I lost my booking. Because I didn't actually complete my booking. I just went, oh, look, there's a spot, but I didn't take it. If you see a spot, take it. Making sure that you do it using that 60 days in advance. If you're pre-booking like I am, we're booking again for in 10 weeks time. So as soon as that 60-day window is open, we are booking our breakfast, our lunch, our dinners at the restaurant, so we know we've got our bookings. You can cancel them. I think it's up to 10, 20 minutes beforehand. So you do get a little bit of cancel time leeway. I've forgotten exactly what that time is, but make sure you use the apps. Also, mobile order. Basically what happens is every single person will take approximately 2 minutes to make an order. So what you're wanting to do is make sure that when you are ordering, that you do the mobile order. It will save you ridiculous amounts of time. So what Dallas and what we were doing is we would order our food through the app. So make sure you download the app and you can go to order foods. And I'll show you step by step how to do that, do that in another video. But just making sure that when you are ordering your foods through the mobile phone, we ordered it and then we walked over and were able to pick it up. So you'll get an alert saying, ready, you're here. So you press the button and then you can walk up to the window. It tells you what window you have to go to and you pick up your food. So at Jolly Holidays, we ordered through the app, through the mobile order. We had a look at how many people were in there. It's going to take about 30 minutes to actually stand in the line to order through Jolly Holidays. So we used the mobile order. By the time we got our food, sat down and ate our food, one of the people that were at the end of the line when we walked in, because I was just monitoring it, they walked out of their food, walked out from the line while we were finishing up. So the main things are for yourself, use the mobile order. You will save a ton of time. It is ridiculous how much time you will save. And also when we're looking at meals as well, have a look at the character breakfast or character dining. We did that. It was absolutely fantastic. Willow thought it was the greatest thing she's ever, I believe that she thought it was the greatest thing. She wasn't even one. But at the end of the day, she thought it was absolutely fantastic. She was laughing and she was carrying on. She was screaming when the characters went away because she wanted them all to come back. But if you're wanting to save time and not having to line up to meet the characters, they come to you while you're actually having your meal. We did this at the Plaza Inn. We went into the park, booked in at 9 o'clock. We went directly there. Absolutely fantastic. Next time we're going over, we're going to try Goofy's Kitchen as well, because that was pretty much, I think it was the only character breakfast we didn't actually do was Goofy's Kitchen. So that's our next one on the list. Make sure you take regular breaks. That's probably the biggest thing here, regular breaks. Drink water and regular breaks. These are the key to enjoying Disneyland. Disneyland is very fast paced and you can sit back and just enjoy the atmosphere. It has Disneyland has heart. There is just this feeling that Disneyland has. It is absolutely amazing. And this is the reason why we're going back, is because it has this heart, it has feeling. And sometimes you need to sort of sit back, relax, and just take in the park. take lots of breaks and just take it in. Just your scenery around you, just everything in general. Just take it in, take your time is the biggest tip. Do not rush Disneyland. Take your time and bring it in. Really think about, if you're going to Disneyland, you're going in there for over 3 days. That's where I'd be looking at getting the park pass and go, so you can jump between, or park hopper, so you can jump in between different parks, the 2 different parks. It's probably the biggest thing I could probably recommend. I think it's around $60. Like if you've got a 5-day pass, I think it's like an extra $60 each ticket to chuck it on there. So definitely worth looking at is the park hopper. Well, that's all my little tips. Tips for coming to Disneyland. I really do hope you found them helpful. If you did, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. You guys know what to do. You've done it all before. As always, I do hope you have a wonderful day. Cheers. Cheers, mate. Bye.